When searching for a job, the first step is to apply. You find somewhere that fits your interests, and then you fill out an application. Now that part is easy. The part that many of us worry about is the interview process. Corfield defines an interview as a face-to-face meeting for the purposes of consultation. Now this could be for a college interview, a job interview, or for that favorite social club that you have. But not to worry. When I'm finished, you will be prepared for a great interview. I have 5 tips that I would like to share that are going to help you survive the interview process. The first tip that I have is to arrive on time. Think about it. This is the first time that the interviewer may see you, and you want to give a good impression. And to arrive late is not the way to do that. My suggestion is to at least arrive 5 to 10 minutes early. The saying is, early is on time, and on time is late. So in order to do this, you might try to leave early, just in case there's traffic or cars, you might have car trouble, or you might even have a bad hair day. So you want to give yourself an ample amount of time to arrive to the interview early. The second tip that I have is to dress appropriately. The best way to go when dressing for an interview is professional business attire. So that means no jeans, no sneakers, and absolutely no hats. You want to make yourself look good, and you want to look professional. So for guys, some nice dress slacks and a nice shirt and some nice dress shoes. For women, a nice skirt or some nice slacks and a fancy blouse or professional blouse that's conservative. According to Slay and Ritzer in their article about interviews, as a rule of thumb, it is best to be overdressed than underdressed when interviewing. With this in mind, make sure that you dress appropriately for the interview that you're going to so that you will look professional. The third tip that I have is to know your resume. If the interviewer has any questions because your resume is unclear or there's a misunderstanding, you must be prepared to answer these questions because a faulty resume may mean a faulty employee. And your resume should reflect any previous professional job that you've had. So if they ask you a question about a previous employer or a previous job, you might want to be prepared to answer these questions because anything that's unclear in your resume will look bad on you. The fourth tip that I have is to be prepared to answer questions. This is the interviewer's chance to get to know you, so don't be nervous. And never ever be afraid to ask questions. In fact, Bashara, in his book Acing the Interview, he says, a job seeker must not only be able to ask a variety of questions, but also be able to ask the right questions before accepting a job. Before you accept the job, you want to know all the details there is to doing the job. You want to know what you're getting yourself into before you just accept any job, and you want the right job. So in an interview, don't be afraid to ask questions. No question is a dumb question. And the fifth tip that I have for you is no cell phone use. It is very unprofessional to use your cell phone during an interview, and it's a sign of disregard towards the interviewer. You want to look like you're prepared for the interview and that you came for the purposes of getting the job. If you really want the job, you want to give them a good impression and make yourself look good. And using your cell phone is very disrespectful. You don't want to look disrespectful on your interview. An interview will determine whether or not you get that job or if you get accepted into your dream college or dream school. So, take it from me from personal experience. I know an interview can be nerve-wracking. Once for university, I had to do an interview on Skype. It wasn't even face-to-face. They couldn't see my face and I couldn't see their face. But I was still nervous. I know an interview may be more complex than these 5 tips, but these are the basics. And if you get these basics down before you go to an interview, you are on your way to a successful interview process. Thank you.